Justin Fuller from the MMA Corner, and today I'm joined by Matt the Immortal Brown, top-ranked UFC welterweight fighter. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm good, bro.
Glad to hear it. And you're here in Virginia Beach getting some training done?
Yeah, man, we came out for the weekend. My coach, Carlos Carvalho, has been out here, so come out to get some work with the guys, see what it's all about out here.
And can we hope to see you again in the future out here as long as Carlos is here?
Hey, you never know, man.
Anything else you're doing differently for this camp before your fight with Carlos Condit?
Nah, pretty standard. Just getting in best shape I possibly can and being as sharp as I can on the feet and on the ground, and just trying to improve every day.
And you've been around the fight game and the UFC for a while. Do you feel you're right where you need to be in your career, despite some previous setbacks?
I mean, I'm as highly ranked as I've ever been, so yeah, that's where I want to be, right?
And what do you think is Carlos Condit's most dangerous attribute to your fight game?
I don't know, man. I don't really worry too much about what he's dangerous at, what he's going to do. I mean, anybody's dangerous if I let them do what they want to do, right? So I'm worried about what I want to do to him. He's got to worry about my game more than I need to worry about his game.
And do you think you're being underappreciated or coming into this fight as the underdog, or do you like kind of being ready for the upset?
It's been like that for a while, so it ain't nothing new to me.
Yeah, nothing new. You're also one of only 3 fighters in the UFC on a 6-fight win streak or more. The other 2 are fighting for the title, GSP and Johnny Hendricks. But yours are not new in the entire UFC, right? Currently on a 6-fight or better win streak. It's you, Johnny Hendricks, and George St. Pierre. So aside from yourself, who do you think is the most dangerous welterweight who has yet to fight for the title?
Shoot, I have no idea. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I really, gosh, you'd have to name them all off because I don't know.
I'll give you 3 names, and you tell me who. Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler, Damian Maia.
Probably Damian Maia, man, because he can submit pretty much anybody if he gets you in that right position.
And obviously, no one likes to look past their current opponent. But where do you see this setting yourself up?
I imagine a win should be a fight for the title.
I see it similar. I mean, it's pretty.
Carlos was number 2, so I beat him. I should be number 1, right?
Exactly. And any specific pre-fight rituals that you like to do?
Actually, yeah, I guess so. I listen to my iPod and I play, some sports psychology stuff, and I was listening to "Shine On, You Crazy Diamond" by Pink Floyd in the locker room. It's like 30 minutes long, so it passes the time and it's relaxing.
Every fight?
Pretty much every fight, yeah.
Now, anything after a fight, win, lose, or draw, that you like to do right away?
I never plan on it, but now that you mention it, yeah, I get pizza every time. It's usually just what the UFC has in the back. So
That's what's around?
Yeah, I'll take any food that you guys have, because you can't really eat before the fight, really. I mean, you're back in the locker room for a couple hours, and you're not eating a real meal. I mean, for at least say 2 hours before the fight, and then the fight it probably ends up being like 3 hours before, 3 to 4 hours. And you burn, obviously, a ton of calories out there. So.
Do you go and you have a specific thing you like to eat after the weight cut, or do you hold off until after the fight to maintain your hydration and nutrition?
After the weight cut, yeah, obviously, I try to hydrate and eat as much as I can right after the weight cut. But, it just kind of depends on where you're at, really. What city you're in, what's around. I like sushi, even though I know it's a dangerous thing. But I love sushi right after the weigh-ins.
And, I guess speaking of cities, what's your favorite city to fight in?
Columbus, Ohio, man. That's where I'm from. So I only fought there once in the UFC. They've only been there, twice, I think. But in all honesty, I mean, they're all the same. I'm just in a hotel for 4 days, and
Same chain hotel, every city.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when I fought in the UK, that was a different chain, but yeah, pretty similar hotel every time, pretty similar setup. The arena, pretty much exactly the same every time. So yeah, it's exactly the same thing every time. Feels like.
And when you're not fighting, you're not training. How do you decompress and just enjoy yourself?
There's not too often that I'm not training, but if I take a day off here and there, usually, I play with my dog, my kids, and hang out with the wife. That's always the number one most important thing. Sometimes, I have a garden that I grow out back, and I'll take care of that. Or my Jeep Wrangler, I like to put new shit on it all the time, and it's a money pit in itself.
They always are, right?
Yeah, especially the Wranglers.
What series you got?
Just a Sport Unlimited 2012. Lifted with 35s and bumper bars and a winch.
All right. Enough about your Jeep. Yeah, I'm sure you could. All right. Anything else you want to say to the fans out there?
No, I mean, I guess, I should always thank my sponsors, right? I got Cage Fighter, Muscle Farm, Score.com, At Large Nutrition, Westside Barbell. Shout out to them guys. They're the best. And always follow me on Twitter, at I Am The Immortal, Facebook fan page, all that good stuff.
Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram, the Immortal Matt Brown on Instagram. I got a Vine. I don't know the name of that. I got
everywhere.
Yeah, man.
Google Matt Brown, and you'll find him. Google Plus. All right. Lastly, we got Fight for the Troops coming up. Tim Kennedy versus Rafael Natal. Who'd you pick?
When is that?
No, that's in a few days. No, that's the one. Fight for the Troops. The Brazil one's after that with Dan.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got Tim Kennedy for sure on that one.
And then right after that, Dan Henderson versus Vitor Belfort. Who's your pick?
Man, I got Dan Henderson. That's my boy.
American H-bomb all day, right?
Yeah, I love Dan, man.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm Justin Fuller. For the latest and greatest in MMA, check out the MMAcorner.com. Follow them on Twitter at the MMA Corner, or myself, Fight Factor Live. And make sure you check out Matt Brown on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, Google Plus, whatever else you got. Out.